Sentry mode activated. Target acquired.
Hey there, hunters. We actually have a bit of Monster Hunter news to cover, which is something I rarely do, but I think this is a perfect time to start actually. So, if you're unaware, the Monster Hunter team has started to do the weapon showcase videos leading up to the January demo. The first two we got are bow and dual blades. Now, I'm not really interested in melee at all, since this is the Gunners Guild, but bow, I'm definitely interested in. So I want to go over that bow video, break down things I noticed, yada yada yada, you see where this is going, so let's just dive right in. So let's start with this first clip. You can see here that we start at a level 1 charge, which is the red aura, and then the hunter lets it go, and then they start to do the orange charge, which is our level 2, but then the hunter dashes, which puts the charge up to another level, yellow, which is level 3. So we can confirm that we are going to get dash dances, and they will still pump up your charge level like in World. Now, it may not sound like much, but old bow had none of that, so I wasn't sure if we'd get slide back, wasn't sure if slide was still going to retain our power, or what. Now also, the hunter gets 3 shots after the slide. You see it do the normal, a power, and a second power shot. Now we've only seen this before on Valor Bow and Generations Ultimate. That was like the whole thing for the Valor mechanic. You had to charge up your Valor meter, and then after that you were allowed to use normal power and then the second power. So that's going to be kind of interesting. The third shot was way stronger than everything else before, so hopefully that's still the case, and we're going to have kind of like a mix between Valor and World Bow, which will be kind of interesting. Because typically you would just get our normal shot and then our power shot, then you have to kind of reset your combo via World Dash Dancing or older games just charging back up a new shot. Also, if you take a super close look, you can see that this last arrow hit the Roggy behind the Great Roggy, meaning that this is a piercing hit. In old generations of Monster Hunter, bows had different shot types per charge level, unlike World, which just had kind of access to everything all the time. So it looks like we're going to get old style bows back, which can be a blessing or a curse. We could get stuck with some really shitty draw patterns. The next clip here is another minor thing, but you can see that after the hunter fires a max charge arrow, they slide and then do it again, which means we can still hold on to our fully charged shots, so dash dancing is still going to be on the menu. Still probably going to be our go-to things, but we should be able to do rapid power now before continuing, unless they stop it after our third shot and we can't continue after that. I'm not sure. That'll be interesting to find out. And of course here you can see we still get our mounting stab, the most useless attack no one will ever use. And then the next scene here shows the hunter using arc shot, but I don't see anything coming down. The hunter gets what looks like an attack buff. They just kind of glow red really quick. Maybe it's party buffs too. No idea what exactly happening here, but they're definitely getting an attack up buff, and there's no coconuts falling out of those trees. The next arc shot here too is clearly a heal, which is interesting. Seems like we'll have different styles of arc shot too. This is a different bow, looks like the iron bow, so it's most likely going to be bound to the bow itself. While Old World had blast wide and normal arc shots, we've seen buffs here in Rise. So I'm not sure if we're going to get coconuts, but we will get buffing options, which is still cool. Dragon Pierce. Okay, so the next year we have the first Skillbind attack, which I think that naming is interesting too, because it's not actually Skillbind, it's Silkbind, but I keep reading it as Skillbind, and I think that's basically the same thing. Basically, it's going to make us think that we have to bind our different attacks to our wire bug cooldowns, and they're going to be equipable, kind of like Hunter Arts. So we'll probably get a bunch of them, and then we have to pick 1 or 2, depending on, how many mod slots they take or whatever. Not sure, but that's how I'm seeing it. So the first one looks like just a raw buff for a duration. It just says increases our draw strength, which is, I don't know if that's going to do the elemental and status side as well, or just raw, but it's fine by me. Who doesn't want more buffs, right? But even more interesting in this clip is that the level 2 charge here is clearly shooting a rapid 2, which is 2 normal arrows. So this is a pierce rapid pierce bow. So yeah, we basically confirmed old style bows. The next Silkbind attack is Focus Shot, which is a weird name because it doesn't look like it's actually an offensive attack. Like you jump backwards for an evasion and then you restore a chunk of stamina. You're crouching on the ground there and your stamina just fucking goes up super fast. Well, it looks okay on paper. I'm not really sure how useful it's going to be when we have stuff like constitution skills or other stamina management things like food skills, dash juice, stam surge, whatever they add, stuff like that. So, I mean, cool, but, whatevers. That's basically all they showed, which I'm sure isn't everything we need to know about bows. It's just a teaser for now. We'll get more information as the demo comes out, sure, but in the meantime, here's my thoughts and takeaways on this. First is that it definitely looks like we're going to have our old style bows back for Rise, so no more just looking at element and raw. Now we're going to have to go by shot type patterns. I'm both interested and worried about this, to be honest. It's a fine system because now we can specialize our bows even more so. Long-bodied monsters can get wrecked by pierce, monsters we can hug will get shotgunned by spread, normals are normals. However, anyone who used bow in the older games know that also means we're going to have a lot of shitty bows that are like pierce, spread, normal. So like your level 2 and 3 charges are going to be totally different and ruin the flow of your weapon entirely. Now, back in Generations Ultimate, there were only 2 good bows, Nursilla for Rapids and War Gods for Heavy, because despite all the other bows having some great stats, nothing really lined up right with the shot patterns. In Generations, it was just Teostra's bow, it was just the be-all end-all bow, nothing was better than it. And in 4U, we had Steve's bow, unless you had some god tier relics, but even then, Steve basically came pretty damn close to everything. So while I like this system because it gives more bow variety, it will also most likely give us a lot of shitty bows and might take away any of that potential variety we could have. We will also most likely be getting Load Up or Mighty Bow to give us charge 4 for bows, so have fun hunting that decoration again. Now next, I'm not really sure why they added Dragon Pierce back, because we have Pierce style bows now. In World, they gave it to us because it was the only Pierce attack for bow. Granted, if it's actually strong, I'm kind of okay with that. I mean, it's great. I'm not gonna shoot my foot off again and say that I'm happy that it's back and it's gonna be amazing, but I was hoping for something else in this place. I mean, if it's great, then great. If it's not, then well, wasted move slot, I guess. Now, what I didn't see in this trailer is the melee attack for bow, which I know is even a bigger meme than Dragon Pierce. Yeah, we get the lunge for mounting, but in older games you could actually slash twice with the arrow you held. It was the only means of getting tails for bow pre-generations. I'm just curious what the neutral circle attack is going to be, because it was quick shot in World, which we didn't see, and it was a melee attack before that, so I kind of have no idea what's going to be going on there. Also, we didn't see coatings, which isn't a big deal because it's not really something they need to show off. I doubt we're going to get rid of coatings, but I was just hoping to see anything there. Like, are we going to have our infinite close range coating still? Are we still going to be at like a 50 power coat limit? Are we going to have any new coats? Not really sure, but since we have buff arc shots, I wouldn't be surprised to see buff coats or heal coats or something like that too, kind of like how Gunner has like MO and stuff that can buff and heal. So overall, that little 1-minute video showed us a pretty good amount of what bow is going to be capable of in Rise. Here's my last pessimistic thought. Since they're giving bows the ability to buff and heal, they're going to nerf the shit out of the damage, at least compared to World, and make it like a support weapon, which honestly I'm not even going to be mad about. Bow had its time. It's still going to be good regardless. It looks like fun, so I'm not really worried if the damage ticket hits. We're not even going to know if it's going to be good until we're done with the story, farming decorations and gear, so there's no point in worrying about it anytime soon. It just looks cool, and that's all that really matters right now. So yeah, that's kind of all for me. I'll keep an eye on these Gunner stuff as they come out, but I probably won't be following the melee stuff, so you may want to check out some other people's for that. But yeah, so that's basically all for me. Thank you all for watching, and good luck out there, hunters, and whatever you may be hunting.